Ready to rock?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again at it. Two Live Fools, episode 16.
Yep,
right?
that's
Absolutely.
right.
And we got a special guest coming to us from Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a Renzo Gracie purple belt. She is a Canadian Forces vet, MMA fighter, Worlds 2019 bronze medalist, Nogi Worlds 2019 silver in her weight class, and gold in absolute beast. Everyone else, like to introduce you to Joe Maisonneuve.
Yeah, Joe.
Awesome. Perfect.
So,
Very.
Joe, I'm really, I haven't seen you since I was up in Ottawa last time. Joe is one of the assistant instructors for the programs up there at OWAMA or Ottawa Academy of Martial Arts or Renzo Gracie Ottawa, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Many names, right?
So many names.
I know. So I'm good friends with her and her main instructor, Matt Hammer. Everybody knows him as the Hammer.
Hammer. It's
Yeah.
Hammer.
I've known Hammer for a couple years now, and that's how I met Joe. And she, we hit it off. She's got great vibes, good person, great personality, and we kind of just hit it off. And she likes my brass New Jersey attitude, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't though. Come on. Let's be
Yo,
honest.
I'm a good freaking time. What do you want from me?
It's true. And it's the wrestling. I liked the wrestling.
Yeah, well, that's how I got her.
I was like, who is this guy? Who's
She did. She was like,
That's
who's this guy? Like, we were doing, I went there for like one of the weekends that they do with a bunch of school owners.
Yeah.
And they have, it's like a jiu-jitsu camp all weekend, right?
Oh yeah. Lots of it.
And from Saturday to Sunday, they bring in a new instructor every hour. So all the Renzo Gracie black belts and other school owners from the U.S. and Canada come down. So these guys get a treat of seeing different styles, different coasters, all that stuff. And everybody was like heavy on the leg locks because, like, that was the thing at the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do some wrestling from New Jersey. And they're like, okay. And that's when she was like, then she started picking my brain, and we hit it off ever since. So, Joe, really excited to have you. And I guess, we just want to start it off with a little bit of your background you can talk about. First thing first, you're a Canadian Armed Forces vet.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. How long?
Right out of high school. I was in for 6 years.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
And your specialty was artillery?
Yeah, that was my trade.
That is awesome. I love the
You have to pick a combat trade, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, nothing better than blowing shit up.
Nope.
I agree with you 100%. So, did you start training before the military or during or after?
I was right after, about a year once I got medically released.
Okay.
I found the gym in North Bay and honestly walked in at lunchtime. I was like, I'm coming back tonight. He's like, no, you'll be tired. I'm like, I'll be there. And it's been twice a day since then, so.
Excellent.
Gotta love those 2-a-days, man. Those are always the best.
Yeah.
It's the greatest.
I'm getting too old for that shit. But it is what it is.
I got time.
Yes. So did you start off with Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, or just kind of jumped into both?
I actually started with just jiu-jitsu. I did jiu-jitsu for 2 years with no striking. And then I did my first MMA fight with no striking. I learned how to throw a jab and a cross. That was it.
Yeah.
And did my first MMA fight, fell in love. I was like, oh, man, I need to move to like headquarters. I'm going to move to Ottawa.
All right. So the gym that you work with in North, we're not too familiar with the
Yeah, it's called Grounded Studios. They're affiliated. They're a Renzo Gracie affiliate.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Was that further up north or?
It's about 4 hours from Ottawa.
Yeah, for them, it's like, it's just 4 hours. For us, I'm like, that's Delaware.
That's
That's a
a two-day trip.
Yeah, they have like no problem. Like, it's just a 10-hour car ride, not a big deal.
Right?
Your back hurts and everything. I'm just like,
Yeah, we're spoiled little bitches up
yeah.
here. So
When you started training and you started training for MMA, did you find yourself kind of gravitating towards one, like gi or no gi, or you just kind of wanted to absorb like both?
I trained a lot more gi for sure in North Bay, just because like they only had jiu-jitsu at the time. They didn't have Muay Thai.
Okay.
So literally it was like wrestling in a gi, getting ready for an MMA fight. I was like, all right, this is cool. Don't mind at all.
It's like
But
out there in a game.
did you have one boxing in your first fight as well?
I wish, right? Old school, go old school.
Exactly. So, so then what? You were training gi up there, and then you were just like, all right, this is kind of what the direction I want to head with my life. So I just
wanted to see what it was about. Like, I've always wanted to be a professional athlete. Like, I had full ride scholarships coming out of high school, but chose to go for basketball.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, girl, get jumped.
But it's like I didn't have zero interest in school, so
Yeah.
I was like, might as well just join the army, do something with my life. So
All spills blow stuff up, man.
oh yeah, right.
Hey.
That sounds like pretty good.
Well, so far it's worked out for you.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
good life choice, Joe.
Yeah, I found my passion. Definitely, I found the sport that I was supposed to go pro, and I just didn't know it would be this.
Yeah, you're just blowing up people's faces with your hands now. So.
Yeah.
Or blowing my hand up on their face.
or your hand blew up, right?
Right. A couple times now, so
This is, every once in a while we self-destruct. So
it happens.
yeah, it happens. I know. We just went through a no-gi session, so we're both like,
Oh, for sure.
So
I do like no-gi though, a lot.
it's way faster, right?
Sorry, I am into the leg lock game, so.
No, nothing wrong with that. I mean, me and Drew just tried to rip each other's legs off for about 45 minutes. So
That's great.
Friends do. We just try to break each other's legs. It's just,
that's what friends are for.
Then you high five at the end, it's all good.
Yeah, as we're lifting off the mat, we're high-fiving each other.
It's like, oh, thanks for the ACL. It's like, no problem. MCL feels great.
Yep.
You know?
Right?
As I'm slipping on the knee brace, as I'm like getting into my car. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
So, so was the first you did the Worlds? Was that the gi Worlds in 2019 that you took the bronze?
Yeah, that was it was in June.
Okay. How was that experience for you?
That was good. I had trained in the gi for like 3 weeks before it, just because I was getting ready for an MMA fight. But then I won a trip to Worlds, so obviously I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it was definitely a great challenge. In the gi is so like high level at Worlds. It's awesome.
Dude, it's crazy. Like we've talked about it before too. Like just like the blue belt level.
Oh, it's so awesome.
It was like black belt level in like 2003.
That's what everyone says. They said like
Right.
now, like back then would have been black belts.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
You see like 16-year-old kids playing like Barambola and Worm Guard and upside down stuff and all that other crap, and you're like, oh,
For sure.
oh, they get really like honed in on one of their crafts, and you're just like, dude, that kid plays a better guard than I do.
I noticed that at Worlds for sure. I was watching the blue belt guys, and I was like, what is happening?
I know it is. It's like goddamn like sorcery.
Yeah.
You're right, and they bend in half, and you're like, what?
Doesn't make sense at all. So you did the bronze medal in there, and then you went back that year for no-gi Worlds?
Yeah, because so if you win double gold in the Ontario Open, they pay for your trip to Worlds.
So you double gold it on the home turf?
I did. So then I went back in December.
That's awesome. So when you win that tournament, so like I'm not as familiar with the tournament circuit in Canada because I thought jiu-jitsu was illegal. First of all, you bunch of criminals.
It was for a little bit, but
right? It's weird. It was like, oh, I can go over the border to Montreal, and it's like okay, or it's not. I go over the river to this one. Yeah,
the river, right?
crazy. So
what was it, like, outlawed, or what was it like? Like how?
Can you explain to them, like, kind of, like, I don't even think Canadians know what the hell was going on, but like,
no, I just know we weren't allowed to compete. It was like the combat sports were illegal unless they were professional, but jiu-jitsu is considered amateur at like the Ontario level.
So it wasn't just jiu-jitsu; it was a little bit of anything.
Yeah, for sure. Amateur MMA we couldn't do. So, like, it was weird. So the first tournament back, they weren't even allowed to raise your hand if you won. It was just like, well,
they did just point out your belt like this guy.
There was no medals. They weren't allowed to give out medals.
It was like giant smokers, basically.
It's just weird, right?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So, like, which I find even more crazy because, Canada has some of the best mixed martial artists in the world.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, like, everybody knows GSP.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I
would hope so.
It would just, like, it like, always, like, baffled me that, like, how is it illegal? How do these guys train? How do they get better?
For sure.
It was a super weird thing.
Yeah.
So then you went to the no-gi Worlds and later that year, right? And how was that trip different than your gi trip?
Well, one, I had a broken hand during that trip, so that was different. I had surgery like 8 weeks before.
That's when I saw you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I had a big cast on. I was like, oh, this is great. But it was good. I went, got silver in my division. I was super hesitant. I like didn't want to hurt my hand, and then of course my girlfriend convinced me to go back and do absolute.
Mm-hmm.
I like didn't even know I was in the finals. I was like dying. I was about to quit. I was like, my hand is just like has a pulse.
Yeah, throbbing.
Yeah. I looked up at her. She's like freaking out. She's like, "You're in the finals." I'm like, "What?" Like right now?
Oh, now I got to go hard again.
Yeah. I was like, well, definitely not quitting going into the finals. So.
Well, hey, listen, a little adversity. I mean, that even adds to I guess the value of that of that accomplishment to you.
Oh,
You
big time.
100%.
Oh, for sure. Like it was hard wrestling with one hand for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then the girl you went against, was that the girl that you competed in your weight class, or a different girl?
No, she got gold in the super heavyweight division.
Oh, it was a big girl. Wow.
She had like a solid 80 pounds on me.
Oh yeah, that's like a youth extra weight on you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Toddlers on your
I
shoulders.
mean, that's like essentially fighting Gabby Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even be legal.
Yeah.
I see her, you see her like pick up like Vanderlei Silva and like guys like that. She trains with like other world class guys, and she's like power bombing them.
Oh yeah, she's a different species for sure. She's a
creature.
Yeah. You essentially could beat someone twice your size with one hand time behind your back, literally.
Yeah, it was hard. Like I had her back, and I was like, I can't even move her. Like she's in like 4 points of base. I just like try to pick up an ankle. Like,
I got one. Cletus, we got her.
I got the leg. I'm not giving it back. It's mine.
No.
Well, obviously you did something that worked, right?
Yes.
You went on points.
I actually got an advantage. It was weird. She tried to take me down, but I pushed her and she fell. I didn't get any points. But then I shin cut and she turtled, so I got an advantage for that.
All right. Well, see, it's hard being a gangster. See, she shouldn't have messed with you.
Right?
So took bronze that year. So 2019 wasn't a bad year besides breaking the hand, right?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was my first pro fight, my first time going to Worlds for gi and no gi, so it was great. I enjoyed it.
I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on in a short amount of time.
Oh yeah.
So,
and you're currently 3-1 right now in MMA.
For amateur, yeah. And then I lost my first pro fight, but she was a game opponent. Like she was tough, and I moved up a weight division to fight her, and this was a bad idea.
What weight do you usually fight, Joe?
125.
Oh, you're a little itty bittier.
Yeah. Oh. She was like almost 5'11". Like she was.
So did you fight her at 135?
Yeah.
Bantamweight?
Yeah.
Yeah, but people don't realize too, unless you train sports, like 10 pounds if you're cutting down, and then 10 pounds if you're going up is really like a 25, 30 pound gap.
Oh, like standing beside her, she was way bigger.
Well, especially, a girl that's 5'11", that's a girl that she probably walks around 160.
Oh yeah, she's solid too, like farmer strong, like whew.
Exactly. So, and I mean, and you're cutting, you're coming up from 125. She's going down to make 135, and it's like, you're like, oh, I'm fighting you at the weight I usually walk at. Great.
Perfect. Let's do it anyways.
Seems like a good go.
Right?
So, but hey, you made the best of it, and like we always say, it's a learning experience.
Oh, for sure. I fought 2 rounds with a broken hand, so.
So you got guts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's no question there.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's one of those things too. Is I've always, talked about it with Drew. Is like, especially when you get to pro, because like amateur, it's like it doesn't matter. You can be at 25, right? But pro, the record really means something when you go to a pro.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where it's like when you're undefeated, sometimes people start fighting a certain way where they don't get as exciting. Where it's almost like you can look at it as be like, I don't got to protect the egg, so I can go all out every fight now.
That's true.
Lost once or twice, and it's not like that stress
Absolutely.
was like, I got to play it safe. I'm going to win on points. You might not be as exciting because you're like, I got to build that record, the best fighters in the world have won loss.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking the one day.
Oh, yeah.
I think Anderson Silva lost his first fight. And imagine he was just like, oh, I'm done. After losing his first fight. And now, like, he was one of the greatest mixed martial artists, Muay Thai fighters of all time.
Always fun to watch, too, which is good.
Yeah. Creative.
Always.
Yep.
It's like watching The Matrix anytime I watch that
guy. Right?
He's like, oh, what style do you want? It's like, oh, programming Kung Fu. It's like, oh, switch to Muay Thai. He's like, da, da, da. He's like, oh, Karate Kid. What? Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it just throws it away. I'm just going to front kick some guy in the face.
Let's throw some in there, too, because I'm from Brazil. Let's make it happen,
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
Yep. Don't ask me. Definitely does. So
do you have any, like, favorite, like, shows or, like, tournament series now that you kind of, like, like, compete on pretty frequently, or?
That I compete on?
Yeah.
No, this is, like, my first time doing, like, a super fight type show other than, like, the ground games that we host in Ottawa. I've done that once. So it's, like, my second time competing, like, on the stage in jiu-jitsu, which is...
Okay. Like a fight or something like that?
Yeah, where, like, everybody's just watching you, but...
Like an MMA.
Exactly, yeah. I'm okay with it, though. Like, I don't get nerves or I get, like, I'm just excited. Like, I wish it was Friday today, so.
Nice.
So this tournament's going on in Long Beach?
Yeah, right outside of Long Beach, San Pedro.
Okay, and when are you flying out?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then weigh-ins are Friday morning.
Okay, and then what is it, an 8-woman bracket?
It is, yeah.
Okay, what is it, an open weight class or is it?
It's 145, and I've been eating a lot this past week. Just
Walking up.
I'm not stepping on the scale and then being like, whoa, 141.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing is, it's the nice thing we were talking about in the other episode, like weight cutting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like that dirty little secret of mixed martial arts and grappling and wrestling and everything else. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Some people very easily, but like, I'd rather see an athlete like you come in hydrated, fed, and at your weight, because I know you're going to be able to give your best.
Yeah. For sure.
Where when you're sucked out and you're like, oh, I was trying so hard,
that's not fun.
Training isn't working right still because I still didn't drink in 2 days and so on.
Yeah, I don't cut weight for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We had this argument for years. I used to cut down to like 170. And like
for jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yeah, for jiu-jitsu tournaments, cut down to like 170, and then Garrett finally started yelling at me. He's like, listen, you walk around at like 180, 185. Why are you cutting down to 170? And I thought it'd be able for the challenge. And then once I like bulked back up to 185 and stayed there, like hydrated and healthy, like 10 times better.
Oh, for sure. Like you didn't get gassed probably.
Long as an ox. Okay.
Exactly.
And then I was like, well, it comes to a point where it's like diminishing returns, right? Like,
for sure.
Like you cut weight and you're a fucking Tasmanian devil at 125, awesome. But like you cut weight at 125 and you're still like getting punched around. But like when you train in the gym, you're 135. It's like you're better off just going in at 135 and giving them a go. Being
fresh for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, especially for grappling with me, it's like if you're not getting paid, why are you killing yourself?
Yeah. Right.
like unless like you're like short and chubby like me, where like you might have to cut some weight because like the guys in your weight class are like 6'7".
Right.
But I'm okay with it. It is what it is.
There's just more to wrestle. Yeah,
I'm 4x4, Joe. I'm
trying to move like a little cinder block.
I'm like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So
the SpongeBob was like pure cement. Yeah.
Yeah. And nicer legs. I got way nicer legs than SpongeBob.
I hope so. I have
Goldsberry calves. We have good calves.
Really nice and defined.
Coming from the dude with black aesthetics who's like chiseled out of a goddamn piece of granite over here.
And he doesn't work out either.
Eat oatmeal and Big Macs and Shake Shack. It's cool.
It's delicious. What do you want me to do?
I know. Exactly.
It's so good.
I know.
It's so good.
So, but what's it called? Little off topic. We get sidetracked.
Shake Shack is good. That's always a topic. Wait, what's a good burger chain up in Canada?
I don't really eat burgers. I don't eat meat.
Oh,
meat.
doesn't eat
See,
meat?
that's I walked right into that one. I did.
Thanks for telling me ahead of time.
Yep, that's all right.
Okay.
I walked right into that one.
Now I'm
She's
that
like,
guy.
you goddamn animal killer.
I asked the vegan what burger they eat. Yeah.
She's like, tofu, that veggie burger.
Right?
I'm gonna be honest,
A veggie burger.
plant-based.
It is. So I like black bean burgers.
Yeah, they're good.
Dude, my wife was vegetarian for like 15, 16 years, like since we were like almost in high school. Maybe
And she's not anymore.
turned her back to the dark side.
Oh,
Yep. Well, because like she cooks it for me, and I wasn't.
oh, for
I
sure.
went full vegetarian with her, but then I went back down to like 155, and everybody's like, "Oh, do you have cancer, Garrett?"
Right. Are you okay?
They're like thick, you know. And it's just like, even though I had like abs and I was shredded, I just didn't look healthy at that weight and eating.
For
like
sure.
So, and I don't eat a ton of meat. Like I still eat pretty clean meats and stuff. Like I don't
Yeah.
have burgers and crap. But like I'll have a steak like maybe once a month, once every 2 months. You know, like
Everybody's got to find their own diet.
shrimp stuff like that. You know,
For sure.
like fish and stuff.
I've honestly never had seafood.
So
Yeah.
you've been vegan your entire life, or most?
Well, I've been vegetarian for 15 years.
Okay.
So,
So you're not full crazy, right?
no, not like. I want to get rid of dairy, but cheese, I can't.
Jeez. I would say you're not American, but you're not. So but you need your goddamn cheese.
Right?
Cheese.
After training, I could probably eat an entire.
I
wheel
eat a block
cheese.
of cheese.
Entire wheel
Block of cheese.
right in front of me. Put the whole thing down.
I'm so bad at that, just like taking chunks off the brick.
Yeah, the brick. Yeah, I like want it like a gerbil. It's ridiculous. So all right, getting on track with this. Do you like stinky cheese, soft cheese? Don't matter.
All cheese.
Cheese.
All of it.
You don't discriminate.
She doesn't care.
No, all the cheese.
Equal opportunity cheese enthusiast.
Matters. That's
that.
right.
I like to get like the cracker and put the cheese on it, but the cheese is like 10 times the size of the cracker, and then
You have to. You have to.
I just like
The cracker's just the crunch.
I'm trying to be like
Right.
elegant.
Yeah.
Like,
Sophisticated.
it's like the block of cheese with the one little Triscuit on there, and like you're shoving it into. It's like shoving it into your face.
Sounds very elegant.
Like I'm gonna do that in about 15 minutes to get back
as
up
soon
to
as this is
145.
over, we'll eat immediately.
All right. So speaking of cheese too, right? So we're on cheese. So I don't know if you guys, you ever see the cheese in the can?
Oh yeah.
Right.
course.
So it's like the most disgusting thing, but it's one of my most guilty pleasures in life is making that into like one of those like little swirls and eating it. And then a little swirl. And then I make the little dots. I'm like, it's like,
Like you're decorating.
it is. I won't let my wife buy it because it's like I would just eat cans of cheese.
Right.
Yeah. Neanderthal. So, so this tournament, getting back out because we got on the cheese craze. So,
Oh, good.
so this tournament, is there anybody you know into it where you're like, oh, this chick's gonna give me a look, like this chick's gonna give me a hard time, or do you have no clue who you're competing against, or you did your research a little bit?
I know one girl. Her name is Erin.
Hurlow?
Yeah.
Gianni Grippo, I think.
Yes, she did.
Marcelo's with him out of there, right?
Just even competing like against her would be awesome. It'd just be amazing. She's really good. So.
Right? She's a Marcelo black belt?
Yeah.
And then she moved out to Cali, and I think she's at Cobrina's.
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's tough.
Oh, for sure. She's solid. She competed last weekend at the show too.
Okay.
She cut like 12 pounds to compete at 135 last weekend. I was just like, nope. Not now.
So are you guys making that cheddar? Speaking of cheese.
We could. The winner takes all of the tournament.
Okay, so what's the grand?
It would be 800 American.
800.
So like almost 1,200 Canadian.
Okay.
Nice.
See.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
Right.
Will they at least take care of you and get you out there and put you up?
No, I got some sponsors helping me out with that. Just because they can't even sell tickets right now.
Well, that's the other thing people, a lot of people don't understand. Like, they're like, oh, you're a pro MMA fighter. You must be like, dude, it's a grind.
Oh, for sure. It's a grind.
Once you get to the UFC, they ain't paying that crazy money. It's like, unless you're like
No.
a big name, that's when you start making it. So people don't understand that this is like, a passion project for a lot of times until you can get.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
For
and
sure.
women's mixed martial arts and grappling, like they don't get paid, you know, as well because I guess there's just not as big of a draw yet. You know, that's the constant, you know, constant debate, equal pay,
Yeah,
equal this. But like, you know, at the
for
end of the day,
sure.
you can't sell the pay-per-views, and you can't bring in money. Like that was even the thing. Like Mighty Mouse Johnson, one of the best mixed martial artists in the world, right? And what
For
happened? Like
sure.
draw, and that guy's
Hmm.
not making the money. And he's what, the most winningest MMA fighter like all time, and all that other stuff, defending titles, and
Yeah.
so he ain't making that Conor McGregor money. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Because he didn't act like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's one of those things. It's just, you know, and I would say, you know, because I've said it to him before, I feel like there's a big difference between fighters and martial artists.
For sure. Yeah.
So, you know, fighters will be brash and they'll be this and they'll be that. It was even like, you even see like wrestlers versus jiu-jitsu guys.
Yeah.
Now, jiu-jitsu is getting a little bit more sway to sell money and, you know,
Yeah.
but there's always been like martial arts is about respect and all those values that I teach and you teach at your academy.
For sure.
It's a big thing about it is being a good fucking human being too.
Oh, for sure.
You know, not just being like, you know, and I understand you got to have some people feel like they need to have the persona and they need to do this, but like, you know, GSP did it for years being a good human being.
Yeah.
Frankie
Man.
for years not having to talk the shit and just do his thing.
Exactly.
You know, so
No,
there are ways to do it.
Oh, every time I face off, I have the biggest smile on my face. Like the last girl laughed, and I was like, ha, "Gotcha!" Like, yeah, no, let's not be angry. Like, we're about to fight each other. It's great.
We're gonna do it. I mean, that's. I mean, so that's going off this weekend, right? Is there anywhere anybody can watch it?
Yeah, it's live streamed right now. There's a link in my like right on my Instagram bio, and I keep posting it in my story too, all like every day.
Tag us in it. We'll reshare it for you so people.
Perfect.
You know, so we got that going on, and then who's your sponsor?
Yeah, like integrated physiotherapy.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
just keeping my body feeling good all the time.
A local guy or girl that takes care of you in Ottawa?
Yeah, there's a girl here. She opened up a company, and she does the physio, the owner, and then she's got massage therapists. So.
Oh, awesome! So what do you do?
When
Practic massage on you and everything?
Yeah, so when I'm hurt, I get my physio. Whenever I want to just, get a nice massage after some hard training, do that.
Yeah, I feel like it's happening more. As I say, once I hit like 30, it was like a bi-weekly thing. Getting like a chiropractor, going to like the masseuse, going to all that, just like
It's
my body trying to put it all back together, kind of, sort of. So.
Oh yeah, I had a massage today. I feel so good. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
But when you train as much as, especially a professional, athlete does, like,
Oh yeah,
you got to do that maintenance. It's like driving your car and never getting the tires changed and the oil changed.
Yeah, I know. People they think you just
wheels fall off.
Oh right. It's like training. People just think it's like, oh, I could train all day. That's a great job. Do that for 1 week and tell me how your body feels.
If I do like two a days, like back to back, like that third day, I'm just off.
Oh yeah. So I try to I'd still train like when we're open, obviously normally whatever's happening right now, but I still train twice a day. But I'll train with a newer person one class rather than just all the competitors every single time I train.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to because you go 100 miles an hour all the time every practice. It's just not feasible. So you have to have the technique classes. You have to have the the hard dogfight classes, and then you got to have strength class. And it's like everything else in life. I feel like it's balanced. I can't do the 2 days back to back to back anymore. For me, I'm pushing 40. So if I do a 2 a day and it's hard 2 a day, I might have to take the next day off.
For sure.
Around where I'm just sweating, I get loose, and it's nothing like hard. I'm just doing 45 minutes of flow rolling and moving and just smooth wrestling on the feet to break the sweat where it's not head to head 2 rams going at it.
For sure.
So I think it just comes with maturity too. You learn your body. You learn.
Oh yeah.
You know when you got to tune off. You know when you got to turn up sometimes.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
So for like a tournament like this, like what's like the prep, like what's the prep essentially like? So how you breaking up like strength and conditioning along with like your actual training, and then also like like the physical therapy and all that, just to make sure like everything's like in tune.
Good. Well, training hasn't been like too intense for the past like since March, since this all started. I've just been training with Hammer, so
Okay.
training with him is like it's so controlled that if I need it to be the lighter day, he just goes light but goes fast. So it's like it's just constant movement. I've literally just been training with him for just this whole quarantine thing. I was teaching with him, teaching the kids Zoom classes and stuff. So
Okay.
might as well get the training in.
On your own?
Go ahead.
Are you doing strength and conditioning on your own, or
Yeah,
or how many times a week you usually do that?
I've been doing a lot of kettlebell, and I teach 3 Muay Thai classes a week,
Okay.
which I don't just stand in front of my computer and tell them what to do. I'm doing it the whole time with them.
Yeah, you're running the class with them.
Like, might as well get a workout in.
Exactly.
So I just the normal, squats, push-ups, sit-ups. That I do that every day.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how to say a couple times, a week.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It becomes a lifestyle, especially when you've been training for a long time.
Yeah.
People realize they're like, oh, well, how many times do you do this week? I'm like, I don't know. I teach, so I probably show 275 squats a day.
Yeah.
And you're showing the moves, and people don't realize that that's like reps, and they're always like you said too, they're always like, oh, you work out for that must be great. And like you said, yeah, see how your body feels. Like you go to a 45-minute class and I don't see you for 4 days, where I did that 45-minute class 7 times before you even walked in.
Exactly.
So it's one of those things.
You kind of can't turn it off at that point when you're doing like everything back to back. It's almost like it's just like a routine. Like you don't even think.
Total routine.
Yeah.
I feel so lucky though to be able to do this every day. It's great.
It is. It's a blessing and a curse.
My mind and soul says it's a blessing. My joints say it's probably a curse.
It's like, what is this?
Yeah. What is this pain? Why does it sound like bubble wrap every time I try to do anything?
Oh, God. So do you have is this tournament just something like you're like, oh shoot, I haven't competed in a while, I'm trying to stay fresh? Because what's your goal? The jiu-jitsu or the MMA or both?
I want to fight MMA for sure. I'm just obviously waiting for things to get going again. I know Fight Night, the people I fight for in Alberta, they're looking to have fights at the end of September. Mm-hmm. So obviously,
our buddy Christian that owns Rocky Mountain BJJ, and he's in Calgary. That's Alberta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked to him last interview. So he was up there, and he said things are starting to kind of get back.
Yeah. So my name's on the list. Just gotta wait it. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Ready. So
ready.
Probably around like the September-ish, finally things will start to open up, and now you'll be able to compete frequently and get back on shows.
Yeah, for sure. Like I had all the plans to go to Worlds and Pan Ams and Nogi Worlds, but all of that's canceled. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, let's just cancel life for 6 months.
Cancel everything.
I'm like, no, that's not. I'm just obviously flying from Canada to the States is not really what people want people to be doing right now, but
it's like, oh, stop doing your life.
Yeah, I'd rather continue my life.
Yeah. I will not do that, thank you.
How have you been coping with this whole thing going on?
I'm good. Just again, so lucky that I've been able to coach with Hammer every night. It's just without the first 2 weeks when we weren't doing the Zoom, I was like, okay, first week, it's nice. Just get to chill, hang out. And I'm like, okay, I need to work out. I need to do jujitsu.
Yeah, you just need to move after, what was it, 3 days? And then you had your videos up after everything kind of closed down. And then
yeah, it's just super weird how it all just happened.
Sudden, yeah. It was just literally just turn the tap right off, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
for sure.
You talked about it. It's like I've been training martial arts since I was 5. I'm going to be 38 this year, so 33 years of my life.
That's awesome.
Some sort of martial arts, and then for them to just go turn off. Besides,
right?
Something, but just faucets off. I'm like, what? I didn't know what to do with myself.
For sure.
I was lost. I was like a lost puppy that got kicked a bunch of times. It was just It was ridiculous. But then it was like, like, what do you do? And then what I think that, me and him, we spoke a lot about is like the physical's great, but the mental.
Oh, yeah. My body felt great.
Realize how much it means in your life.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It kind of takes something away from
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you get like injured and you can't train for like an extended period of time. It kind of, it's.
Oh, yeah. At least you could go watch when you're injured. You can't even do that.
You're right.
Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like a little slow torture too, because you're like, oh, just let me get in there or anything, and it's just,
Right. Slow torture. That's what that was.
Yeah.
It still is for like the business owners. It's like, just cut one wrist and hang you upside down and let you bleed out slowly for the next 12 months.
Oh, God, it's so graphic.
Right.
But it's true. It's only
that's how bad it is. Okay.
But it is like people don't understand unless you're like involved in like the business or martial arts or even small business. Like that's what you're doing to people with this 25% soft openings and this and that.
Yeah.
You're literally just, death by 10,000 paper cuts.
For sure. I agree.
That's what it's at, in my point of view, but I'm a crazy fuck, so who knows?
I agree. So.
But that's what makes me fun and entertaining.
Exactly.
It's
the best part.
You ever go back and like think about like your life like the military and things like that, and like you ever think about like what would have happened if you like never found like martial arts, like where you would be?
Where I would be if I didn't find jiu-jitsu would be not a good place. Let me tell you.
Most people, it's just like, I don't want to think about that.
No, yeah, I was going down a bad path when I got out of the army.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So.
People that I meet and you meet that martial arts saved their lives.
Oh, for sure. For so many different, everything.
For me, I know for Hammer. I know.
Yeah.
I know, man. It's crazy. That's why when they say it's not essential, it's like, bro, you don't know
it is
essential to me. It saved my life.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's my lifestyle, and it's how I change other people's lives. And same thing, you being the, an instructor and everything else.
Oh yeah.
Saved you. And I think, you're grateful that it did that for you. So like me, we want to pass it on.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I watch it change people's lives all the time.
Yeah. When you see that little change, when you see people like making those changes in their lives, like eating better, like doing everything else.
Oh, there's one girl, she's been doing Muay Thai with me for over a year now, and she's lost 60 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
change, not just physically, but mentally, and their confidence. And
oh, for sure. Just the way I'm like, you lost weight. She's like, no, I didn't. Next day comes back. She's like, so I lost 28 pounds. I'm like, and you didn't even notice.
You lost a toddler. Thanks.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Which is, but it's huge. So the weight loss and all that physical, but like we said too, the mental.
Yeah.
The swag it gives you.
Yeah.
The
confidence.
Yeah.
And being able to defend yourself. Being assertive, being able to speak up.
For sure.
Like that. Even in kids, because I know you teach the kids too, right?
So, yeah.
You just see little Billy going from being this little show of a boy or girl, whatever it is, to getting a little more confidence, not getting picked on, and then they come out of their shell and you're like, you're a totally different human.
Right? All their bullies are like, whoa, who's that kid?
That beautiful human being would have been missed if we didn't have that interaction with them, or
For
not
sure.
The martial arts and the ways and the thought. And it is the teachers too. If you have a great teacher, I've been blessed to have a lot of great teachers. So, with that being instilled, it helped make me who I am today. And I'm sure.
Yeah. Big time.
I still see that funny meme where it's the principal calls a parent and it's like, oh, hey, listen, Sarah got in a fight today at school. And the parent replies back, it's like, all right, did she close the distance properly? Did she
Yeah.
good at taking the back?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's probably I'm thinking that's probably gonna be you, Garrett, when you get that first phone call,
yep.
Got in a fight, it's just okay.
Well, did he do it right?
Yeah, I would respect you from 1 to 10,
Did he shoot well? How was exactly? Did he apply the choke like this or this? Because this, he's coming home to an ass whooping. This, he could get ice cream for dinner. All right.
The difference.
My kids are savages. You see them online.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's crazy. They're good boys, though. You know, they are. They're sweet kids, but they're just they're little man.
The youngest one though, it's gonna be trouble.
Dude, all the time we're like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two things are gonna happen. He's gonna make us famous and be one of the best athletes in the world, or he's gonna make us famous for being one of the best serial killers in the world. It's only gonna go one of two ways.
It's violence.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's either gonna use his powers for good or evil.
Right. We'll see.
I hope good.
We will see.
Yep. So
before the show, and so you have this Saturday, and then you have hopefully some events coming up in September. Do you have anything else before in between? Any other tournaments or?
No, not really. I'm in the middle of making or doing 2 documentaries.
Oh yeah.
Really?
So doing the shoots for the one of them it's called Women Who Fight in Combat Sports.
Okay.
Nice.
And then the other one's just like a life documentary on my life.
Okay, so like almost like an autobiography type of thing?
Kind of, but like they're going to sell it to companies and stuff for like the people sponsoring it to pay for it all are 2 guys who own car dealerships.
Around by
yeah,
you?
Yeah, in Ottawa, yeah.
Who's doing the shooting and stuff?
I used to train with him, and he just caught some stuff I had said to him previously just in talking about issues that I've dealt with. And he was like, hey, he's like, I want to make a documentary about your life. And
so he thought you were interesting enough to make something cool about.
I guess so.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's big news. Why don't you fucking lead with that, Joe?
Yeah, when's the Netflix special? When's that?
Yeah. No,
I'm learning.
Picture, like I'll like we'll do one of these so you can put it in there so I can see it.
Right?
Yeah,
right, guys.
Life Fools like
Send
tank
you
top.
two
Yeah,
Life
wear the
Fool
tank
tank
top
top.
and like one of those videos. Like,
do it, you know?
You know I'd rock it.
Oh, I know. So that's pretty exciting though. So you got that's pretty cool. So like us, like we started the podcast because we needed to fill the time and fill the void, and it's something we both want to do. And that's what I would say one of the positives about the quarantine was it allowed us, I think everybody, even the world, to like free up a little bit of time if you weren't death the whole time, like a little bit of time to like take on a passion project or kind of observe and see what's important, what you want to work towards, what little things that you're always like, oh, you know, you hear it all the time, especially being instructors. It's like, oh, I don't have time to work out. I don't have to. Well, the same motherfuckers had all the time in the world and still weren't working out. So that means you're lazy.
100%.
So Corona just proved that you're lazy.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens.
You know? But like, it's cool that, you know, for motivated and, you know, I would say we're all pretty motivated and driven to what we're doing and everything. It's like, it gave us that thing like, oh, we got a little time. All right, let's get a little side hustle. Let's get a little, let's get what, you know, a passion project of ours that we want to move forward with to get it going, you know?
Yeah, it's good. It gave you the time to be able to do that for sure.
So, like, do you have a timeline on when this might be released, or did you start shooting, or?
Well, I don't know the timeline now for the Women Who Fight in Combat Sports, just because the quarantine. It was supposed to come out in July, but we're finishing up the interviews at the end of July, so probably won't be too far after, just because they've had all the time to do the
editing and the footage and all that.
Yeah. So
is that going to be potentially like released everywhere when it's done, or is there, do you know?
It's on Fight TV, I believe, or Bell 5 or something.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah. Cool. So when that comes out, make sure you let us know so we can put it on the site for you.
I will, for sure.
And then, did you start on like your documentary on you?
No, we just went over like what I was comfortable talking about and all those kinds of things. So I think he wants to shoot the first week of August.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's in like an old Nestle factory that they rented out. So 12 hours of shooting is what they're anticipating. So.
All right. Well, it's cool though. Like when that comes out, got you back. We want to support you.
For sure.
You know. So anything else cool going on that you wanna you know, let us know about, because you just dropped a fucking atom bomb on us. Yeah, dear. You know, anything else you got going on that you want to let let the fools know about.
Thanks for reminding us that your life is cooler than ours.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm attempting to assist in planning a wedding.
What's that?
I said I'm attempting to assist in planning a wedding.
So you're a wedding planner now too?
No, I told my I guess fiance that I had.
Congratulations! You're just my friend, right? You're gonna get kicked out.
Thank you.
She has a wife as well, and she goes, "These lesbians screwed it all up for me. The only thing I was getting away with was I thought I didn't have to get married, and now we're allowed to get married in here. So now I got to give half away."
Exactly.
I know what the man feels like.
Right. Fine. Whatever.
You're looking to get married this year, next year, or?
No, we're getting married next June.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So, yeah, it was great. It's exciting. I had no opinions until she started planning things, and now all of a sudden I have a lot of opinions.
That's how it starts. There's always the one who's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
Right?
No, actually,
I don't want black tablecloths. I ain't having black tablecloths. That ain't cool. Like, what are we doing here? Is this a horror film? What's going on?
That's exactly it.
I like things pretty too.
Right? Just didn't know.
Only 90s hip hop for the entire wedding.
That sounds good. That sounds good, though.
But Slayer for after dinner music, it will be fine.
All right. I'm down for the 90s hip hop. Come on.
Joe, compromising.
All right.
Wait till you add kids in the mix.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. Drew's having a baby, another one.
That's exciting.
Well, he's not. If he was, we'd be rich as hell. His wife's having a baby. Right? So yeah, he's got another little one coming.
You can kind of see like the bags under my eyes. I'm already
right
as it is, so that it's nice. I'm just gonna throw another baby in there and then whatever.
Right, whatever. Might as well just add another one.
Yeah, just keep adding to the mix. I'm just for the next 30 years. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of always picking this guy's brain. But
this guy preaching to the choir over here. I'm like, won't you have 27 children like me? That's even crazier. He's got 5. I'm like, holy shit.
Right. Yeah.
3. I'm like, oh my God. And then I have friends that have 4 and 5. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
And you have 3, eh? 3 boys.
Yeah.
Eh? I got
boys.
Yeah. 3 boys. 3.
Yeah. Lucky wife.
She's totally a boy mom though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's good.
She ain't no pushover.
No.
So.
Not with you. I don't think she would be.
No.
She's hitting me again. Oh, I know the feeling. Wait for
a living, but I'm like, but she's mean. I have feelings too.
It looks like a peach.
Yeah, I am. It looks like a fruit. I don't know what to tell you. No, that's awesome. So before we take off, what's your IG handle, Twitter, any of that, so we can put it out there for you? Go ahead.
Jiu-Jitsu_Joe.
J-O.
Yep. No J-O-E.
Nope.
It's not a boy's name.
Nope.
Yeah, that's it. And then I have Facebook, Joe Maisonneuve.
Awesome. So, and then we also want to thank our sponsors, RollJunkie.com.
Mm-hmm.
So,
awesome.
RollJunkie, they got, I don't know if you've seen any other stuff. I got all their geese. Drew's got Roll Junkie Monkey on right now.
I was looking at that shirt.
Dude, they got the flyest shit. I'll try to hit up my buddy and see if he can get you something up there. But for the listeners, it's 2 Live Fools is the promo code, and it gives you 15% off your entire order.
Awesome. That's great.
Any of your homies and homettes up in the Great White North know about that?
Right, for sure.
Shout out to your sponsor real quick.
Yeah, just a shout out to Integrated Touch Physiotherapy. Always, keeping the body feeling good.
That's important. So if you are in the Ottawa area, definitely go check that out. And
absolutely.
Good luck this weekend. I know you won't need it, but you just go out there and give them hell. Stand firm, stand strong. And it was so good to see you. Super nice seeing you. Yeah. And nice meeting you, Drew.
Absolutely. Nice meeting you too.
Awesome. I will talk to you soon, and we'll be fine. Absolutely. Guys, we'll give you all the links so you can check out Joe's fights this weekend. And we'll see you later, sister.
Sounds good. Awesome. Take care, guys.
Take it easy.
Nice. I figured that was like 40 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes. That's good. I'm good at that.